Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend.
And I'm James, your black friend.
And this is the Fat and Black Connection,
where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us, of course.
Absolutely. And for those of you tuning in tonight, you will notice James is having microphone difficulties. Hopefully, he'll get those addressed at some point. We apologize. He's special needs today.
Wow.
So James, we've been doing the show for a little while now, and one of the things that we say in the show is that it is a live interactive broadcast. Tell the folks what that means.
That means that we are live right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm fixing something, trying to see if that works. Okay, does that sound better at all? I don't know. Anyways, but that's beside the point. We are live. That means that we are streaming on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Daily Motion, Twitch. So wherever you are, watch us, and you can interact. That means leave a comment in our chat, and we bring it up in the show. Sometimes it even has changed the direction of the show.
And I will tell you, it's actually getting worse. So I don't know if you have something going on in the background, running on your computer, but I would suggest you should turn everything and anything off except for Restream. So yes, we are live. It is 8:04 on the left coast Pacific, and we've got some fun stuff to talk about. You can see we've got a little festive background going on, and we kind of teased it a little bit last week. We're going to talk about it a little bit right now, and that is Podmas. Yes, Podmas is this new gimmick, if you will, in the pod blog, VOD, whatever world where, people like us that do these things where we come broadcast weekly, daily, whatever. And Podmas, it started off as a premise of every day you do, an episode on a topic, that revolves around the holiday season, if you will. And so we decided, you know what? Let's jump on the bandwagon. Let's be one of the hive, because it's interesting. And so we're going to be doing Podmas for the 24 days leading up to Christmas. Yep. So it'll be one video a day coming from us. It may be both of us. It may just be one of us, or we may even have some special guests joining. So I will tell you, this coming up week, we've got an interesting schedule. I will be doing just by myself 2 episodes, one where I'll be discussing Christmas music and one where I'll be discussing Christmas foods. Because, of course, your fat friend likes to talk about food. So,
of course.
And we will be doing, the first one that we'll be doing is tomorrow. And that will, December 1st, right? So we will be doing one, kind of the introduction, really laying out what Podmas is and what we're doing. James, what topics are you going to be covering this next week?
Man, I don't even remember anymore. I know I have albums, like some of my favorite Christmas albums, and I will be talking about movies and and gift stories. Yeah. So this week I have gift stories and movies.
Nice, nice. And I heard that we will be settling once and for all the classic Christmas debate. That we will have a true debate, and
Hmm.
that will be you
Yep.
on the pro side, and Tyrus will be joining you on the con side
Yeah.
to debate the tale as old as time, if you will, whether that classic Christmas film is truly a classic Christmas film, and that film I'm talking about, of course, is Die
Die
Hard.
Hard. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So that'll be a fun one. I look forward to that debate between the two of you. I hope you guys have very good point counterpoint conversation, and that it doesn't just descend into chaos.
Well, it's being Tyrus, so it could very well descend into chaos.
Yes, I'm going to be as far away from that episode as I can be. But ultimately, we're going to be talking about lots of different topics, and the one thing that we need from each and every one of you is we will still be doing our regular broadcast on Wednesdays,
Yep.
our normal Fat and Black Connection show. But the one right before Christmas,
Yeah.
we will be doing kind of a viewer special. So if you have questions, comments, stories, things that you'd like to share about the holiday season, please send those our way via Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, however you want to get it to us. And we'll plan to share some of those stories and ideas and thoughts on the holiday season.
This is probably the only show that we're going to have that's about you.
Yeah, because otherwise we don't care. It's about us.
Yeah.
So, speaking about us, drinking tonight, I'm going to be drinking another bottle of soju. This is Good Day soju, but tonight it is tropical flavor. So,
Interesting.
yeah, this one is 12.5% alcohol by volume, so 1% less than last time. So James, 12.5% alcohol by volume and
Not
375
going to
mil.
worry about it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So
Yeah.
what do you got, friend?
This is a beer. It's called Bonita Bonita Mountain Style. I actually don't even know who it's from. I do know that I got it from Lucky Dog. Oh, and it's brewed in. It is from Melvin Brewing, brewed in Alpine, Wyoming. So, yeah, I found this at Lucky Dog. This is one of their seasonal. They have a quarterly rotating beer. So, let's open it up.
Fantastic.
It's a pale ale.
And
So,
cheers.
yeah, cheers. No, it's actually not bad. Like I
So
normally not a pale ale guy, but this actually tastes really good.
I'm kind of disappointed in this Good Day tropical soju. It smells really good. It definitely has a tropical, like definitely guava heavy, pineapple. Um, but flavor profile wise, it's very weak. There's almost nothing there. So sorry, Good Day. I'm a little disappointed in that tropical version.
I'm a little disappointed in this pour that I just did.
Yeah, that was very heady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your boy likes some head, huh?
Apparently.
Evidently. So let's should we continue with Podmas? Is there anything else that we need to discuss there, or should we move on? What do you think?
I think you know what? We should move on. We'll give it all to him tomorrow.
Fair enough. And yeah, you'll have to tune in tomorrow night. And these will air every night for the next 24 nights at 8 p.m. Pacific. We'll have those broadcasting. Some of them will be pre-recorded. Some of them will be live. So just bear that in mind. You're free to comment away on them, but we may not respond.
Yeah.
It's not because we don't find it interesting. It's just because it may not be us live.
Yeah.
So James, did you happen to see that DreamWorks, a Comcast company, has a new opening vignette for their films?
I did see that. And actually that was I stumbled upon that on Twitter one morning and I was like, oh, this is good. I enjoy this.
Yeah,
because it's always just been
you've got some Kung Fu Panda, you've got some Boss Baby, you've got a couple different
I enjoy my favorite, I think, was the way that it ended with like DreamWorks' first big animation with Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey. I was like, that they basically kind of went backwards in time. So, started with their most, well, not their latest film, because Puss in Boots Final Wish is their most latest film. So I'm assuming that's where it first premiered. But they started out with bad guys and kind of moved their way back through their animation. And so, yeah, it started back at the beginning with Shrek and Fiona. I really liked that.
Yeah, and I actually had that image. Give me just a second. I'm bringing it up right now. I'm not sure why it didn't pull up. I apologize. Um, here
You're
we
doing the
go.
robot thing again tonight.
I'm roboting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So of course here's
Yeah,
here's
that's the
the
one right. That's the image. That's the one. I like I said, I really liked how they included that in there. Really nice.
agreed. Very much so. I enjoyed it. I haven't seen a DreamWorks film in quite some time, so I can't speak to how it would feel. But I felt like this one, with Shrek, absolutely. Even Kung Fu Panda made sense, but some of them I was like, really, they're throwing this in. It just felt like they were throwing them in because, oh, we made this film. Let's include it.
Yeah, I think that's really what it was. I think it was just like just paying homage to all their animated works that they've done uh since Shrek till now. Like I said, I think Puss in Boots Final Wish was probably when it first premiered, because it dropped right after. I think I saw that the day after. I think I saw it on Black Friday, so I know that the Puss in Boots film was premiering on Saturday. So I'm assuming that's when it would dropped in the theaters as well.
Gotcha. And speaking of paying homage to an animated film, Disney, as they do, likes to go big. And this has already happened, but it will be coming to Disney Plus, and that's the Encanto at the Hollywood Bowl. Uh, this is coming to Disney Plus on December 28th. You'll be able to watch that concert.
Yo,
It's go ahead.
if they have the house on the video of the house on that bowl, that would be money.
So I'm guessing you haven't seen any of the recordings that have already.
Nah.
Okay.
I actually I just want to see it. I try not to, especially stuff like this, especially if it's already been recorded. I try not to see anything about it until I actually see it.
Well, I didn't know that they were actually recording it for Disney Plus production, so to speak. And somebody, on Instagram or wherever had posted they were there and posted a couple videos. And it looked really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I mean,
and not surprising,
it's
you
Disney.
know.
They're not going to put garbage up.
No, no, of
Yeah.
course not. And speaking of garbage Disney, you enjoy going to the Disney parks, right?
Yeah.
And what would you say if you had to pick probably the most disappointing ride at California Adventure? What would it be right now?
Hmm. Disappointing ride.
Yeah, you'll go on it, but and jumping jellyfish don't count, so don't include that.
Okay. And then like, I mean, like, I like Little Mermaid, but it's not really worth the line. Um, but and the like, honestly, the Spider-Man.
So our dam checking in nailed
Oh,
it, or at least nailed what I would say, and that's
Goofy
Goofy
Sky
Sky.
School.
Um,
Okay, actually, yeah. What was that? What did that used to be? Like Mulholland
Mulholland Madness.
Madness? Yeah, something. And now
So
it's
it is rumored that this ride is getting rethemed again. And not only is it getting rethemed, but it's going to be enclosed.
oh,
And it's going to be rethemed after the film Coco.
oh,
So
that.
yes, this is rumored. It hasn't been confirmed by Disney. But the thing that concerns me about enclosing it, I don't know if you've noticed, but that ride is really loud. And I'm not talking about people screaming on it or anything.
No,
I'm talking
it's
about the
just a
ride
loud
itself.
ass ride. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So enclosing it concerns me. So unless they're actually going to rip it out and redo it and retheme it, I'm I don't know that I'm a fan of them boxing
When
it in.
Well, because they've made that whole entire area back there, that they've made that kind of that corner, they've kind of turned it in. Because I remember when Encanto was coming out, that was all they had a whole thing for it was very much a Hispanic heritage um area back there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Well, and when
Um
we were there, they
yeah,
were having the Hispanic Heritage like festival,
right.
and it was all taking place right in that area.
Right. So I mean, I don't know if that's why they're doing it. Maybe they're keeping it that way, which I have zero problem with. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, unless they're, I could see them retheming the cars themselves, like taking those out and redoing those so they'd be a little bit quieter. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I agree with you. That is a loud. That is kind of a loud ride. And then for the space, if you're screaming in there, that's even worse. So that's going to be echoing pretty bad too. So yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I can think that the reason they would enclose it is because they're going to do something with it similar to what they've done with the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. Um,
Well, I mean, if you've seen the art for the, I mean, you've seen Coco, right?
it's been a long time, but yes.
Yeah, and I mean, like I could understand why they were doing that because in the Land of the Dead, or whatever they called it, that was that they had it was very built up. It was dark, but it was a lot of lights and everything else. So I think that's probably why they want to be able to keep um that essence of nighttime and with the lights and everything. That's the only thing I can really think of.
Fair enough. Well, I'm glad that Brian was on the same page as me with Goofy Sky School being one of the
You know what?
weakest disappointing rides.
I totally didn't even. That was kind of almost out of mind. I'd kind of forgotten about that ride.
Well, and it's not a comfortable ride either. Remember you and me going on it, and one of us had to sit in front, one in back, because
Yeah.
there's no way we could sit side by side on that thing.
No, it's not a it's not a too big guy ride.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Switching gears back to some animated stuff, we got an official trailer for Night at the Museum. Kamuran's rises again.
Hmm. The
I
whole
was I was not a huge fan of the Night of the Museum films. I've watched them. I think they're fine. And considering pretty much none of the cast is actually voicing these characters, um, yeah, and don't get me wrong, I get it. Some of them are dead, so you can't really. But I don't know. I watched this trailer and I felt like it was a deviation from the concept of the films, and it doesn't feel like it really fits in that universe. It feels
eh, I mean, it's all. I mean, it's not at the museum. I mean, after the first one, I kind of thought that it would be over by then, but they made what 3 films out of it. So,
they did indeed. So you saw the trailer. What were your thoughts?
I mean, it has some comedy in it. It's based, it's a Night in the Museum film. Like um, uh, th- they're trying to hire a new guard because the main guard who's been there is trying to go on vacation. And they keep scaring him off. So he's like, "Hey, we got to do something," and so he hires his son, and misfortunes ensue.
So what do you think? Will you be watching this?
I'll probably give it a watch.
Will
I,
you
wa-
watch this when it releases or within a week of it releasing?
Probably not.
Fair enough. How about this one? Super Mario Brothers film. We've gotten a second trailer, and I think they released this so close to the first release because of how much people complained that the first trailer was so bad.
I
And I
don't.
will say, by comparison, this trailer extremely enjoyable.
Yeah,
And
I like the first one though.
I felt like the first trailer was weak. I felt like this one, you see Super Smash Brothers, you see.
I mean, they added everything like Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, like
Mm-hmm,
I mean, like all the I mean, like I didn't realize there was that many cars in that game, and then like seeing all the Yoshis running
mm-hmm.
around, just kind of that was very. This was yeah, I agree with you. This was a very enjoyable trailer.
Yeah, I after the first trailer, I was like, I really don't care. But after this one, I was like, okay, now I kind of want to watch this. I
I've
probably
actually
won't. I probably won't see it in the theater. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably wait for
uh,
it to come streaming on one of the platforms.
I actually kind of want to go see it in theaters because you know I was it's funny a kid came through the other day and he had a Mario Brothers backpack. Not it wasn't the movie one, it was just a Mario Brothers backpack. And I asked him, said, "Hey, you gonna go see the new movie?" And he goes, "Yeah, I really want to see that." And I was like, "Well, you're lucky. You don't have to live with the taste of the first movie."
Did he even know there was a first one?
His yeah, I guess his dad had told him or something, but he was like, "Yeah," and I don't think he understood what I was talking about. I did have some people. I made a comment to their kid about Mario Brothers, and he was and his dad looked at me and goes, "Yeah, he's so lucky he didn't have to live through that one." And I was like, "Yeah," I looked up, I was like, "I saw that in theaters, man."
Yeah,
So
yeah,
definitely, I kind of, we'll see if this one does any better.
yeah. Don't hold your breath.
Well, that was one of the main reasons that Nintendo didn't do movies for a long time. Um, Nintendo kind of stepped out of the movie game after that movie.
Yeah, I still think maybe they should stay out of it just because I don't know. I'm
I
worried
really
they're gonna next try and do a Zelda, which I really don't want to see them do.
and I'm going to tell you probably one of the only reasons they even jumped on this right when they did is because they're trying to I think they're trying to capture the same magic that Sonic had. Like Sonic 1, Sonic well, I know Sonic 1 did very well in theaters. I'm not sure exactly how well Sonic 2 did. I'm assuming it did kind of same numbers, but I mean, they're actually doing a Sonic 3 that's supposed to come out, I guess, next year. But I'm saying like they might that's what I think they're trying to capture on.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you at your word there for our millions and millions viewing around the world. Tell us what you think. Do you think Mario is going to be good? Do you think it's going to be a big letdown? I think it's yeah. Like I said, I'll watch it once it comes out onto a streaming platform. But up until that point, and James, what are you shoving in your mouth right there?
Pie,
Okay, what kind of pie?
sweet potato pie.
Gross.
I don't know. Have you even had sweet potato pie?
No, I don't like sweet potatoes, and so I can't imagine they'd be good in a pie.
I like sweet potatoes, but I'm telling you, sweet potato pie is the business, bro. Hey, you know what you should do? Give it here. Here's what you should do. Go to your local Walmart, grab just one of the mini pies. It's like I think it's like $1 something now. Um, Patty LaBelle sweet potato pie. Try it. If you don't like it, cool. If you do, well, you're welcome.
How about if I don't, you reimburse me?
Okay.
And Matt Murray checking in, he's hoping Mario will be good.
Yeah,
Well,
I am too.
like my great grandmother used to say, wish in one hand. Um, and Brian suggests a side by side taste test. Well, James is eating one right now, so I think that kind of defeats the purpose.
I mean, wait. Sorry, sidetrack. Do you like cherry pie?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, in general, I enjoy good cherry pie.
I don't. I can't. I can't do it. Cherry pie does not taste good to me at all.
What is wrong with you?
Uh, what's wrong with you?
No, no. You want vegetable pie, but you don't want fruit pie?
Cherry pie tastes gross to me.
Uh-huh.
It's a
Is that the
taste.
only type of pie you don't like is cherry pie?
Um, I haven't had rhubarb, but there's just something about that I just don't think I'd like. Um, I like apple, Dutch apple even more. Um, I like pumpkin pie. I like. I now I don't like. I haven't had like a blueberry pie, like a big one, like you would get from like Marie Callender's or someplace like that. But um, like Walmart has these little blueberry pies that I've had a couple times, and they're pretty good. I enjoy those, but I haven't had like a big slice of blueberry pie. Um, but
How about
yeah, I like huh?
humble pie? Do you like that?
Humble pie.
Yeah.
Hmm. I've had to have that a couple times. Didn't taste so good.
Yeah. I believe that. We got a new prequel short from the Midnight Sun series based around Nico, um, who before this I had no idea who Nico was, and I didn't actually look it up to see if this is a new character being introduced here or if it's an existing Marvel Universe character that I just had never heard
Never
of.
heard of. Yeah, they like to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, they've done it with even some of the online or app based games where they've introduced characters and then they start writing comics around them. So
Yeah,
I'm not against it. And again, I'm enjoying these prequels. The game itself comes out in 2 days, which resulted in us getting a launch trailer. What'd you
that's
think of
pretty.
that?
That was pretty intense.
I don't know. I was actually
Just, I mean, pretty much the beginning was just intense, like that whole deal. But
I will say up until this launch trailer, I was pretty stoked to get and play this game. But the launch trailer was actually disappointing to me. I felt like the voice acting was not great. I didn't like the portrayal of Doctor Strange at all. Um, so I don't know. Now
you'll
I'm a
still get
little
it.
off of it. I probably will. I
You'll
won't
still
be
get it.
getting it. I won't be getting it in the next 2 days.
No,
I'll
but
probably get it when it goes, on sale, deep discounted.
yeah,
But before I was like, okay, I'm going
I
to
know
get
when
this
the
probably
first
before
when
the end of
like
the year.
yeah, the first trailer, I mean, like the definitely like the first teaser trailer that we showed. What like I feel like that was so many months ago.
Yeah,
Was
three,
that
4 months
was
ago
that
at
like
least.
was that summertime?
Yeah,
Yeah, like that one was just like yo. But yeah, this in comparison, yes, this was pretty disappointing. But um, I I don't know. I normally don't buy games right off the bat, anyways. I normally get them later, anyways. But yeah,
yeah. I'll sometimes get them in advance, or I'll pre-order if I feel like there's like additional content. The only additional content you get for this one for
Doctor
pre-ordering is
Strange
skin.
Defender costume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who cares? Like,
you can get
yeah,
that. You can get that for like you'll be able to get that probably in the next couple weeks for free.
yeah. So something I wanted to talk about tonight, but unfortunately you're a slacker, is the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Yeah, listen, look, I haven't been feeling that well this week, so I do apologize for not watching this. From what I hear, this is amazing. So, as soon as the show is done tonight, I plan on turning it on and checking this out.
Yeah, it's not long. It's 45 minutes or so, but it is extremely enjoyable. Um,
And Chris didn't
and
leave a sideways comment on this one.
say that again.
I said Chris didn't leave a sideways comment on this one.
Ah, indeed.
Excuse me, hold on.
Uh, so I could say I have watched this, and I would highly recommend those of you that are Marvel fans give it a watch. Heck, if you're not a Marvel fan, give it a watch. If you're a fan of Kevin Bacon, give it a watch. There's a lot of fun stuff happening in this film. There's a ton of Easter eggs, and it is and has been confirmed by James Gunn that it basically is necessary to watch prior to Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, that's amazing.
So there is stuff happening in this. It's not just a
Oh,
throwaway.
so good. Well, did you ever watch? Did you ever watch? What was that? Werewolf by
Werewolf by
Midnight or
Night?
something? By Night? Yeah,
Yeah.
you did watch it. Okay.
Yeah, I finally watched it. And I think the thing that surprised me the most about Werewolf by Night was the fact that they introduced Man Thing.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. They had not alluded to that in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
So him getting introduced was pretty awesome. Seeing Elsa Bloodstone getting introduced, that was cool. Um, so I enjoyed it,
I
but
like.
I
I
also felt like they could have just given me like a 3 to 5 minute version of that, and I'd have been fine with that too.
Yeah. I kind of I enjoyed it. I also kind of like the. I really like the Wizard of Oz references, especially at the end, which
Mm,
was yeah. I was like, that's kind of awesome.
yeah. As far as Marvel Studios special presentations go, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is going to be at this point hands down the best. But
It's only the
you know,
second one, so
yeah. Well, and there's more to come.
yeah, of
We've
course.
all but had them confirmed at this point that there will be many more, including quite possibly Nova, and
I
something revolving around Namor.
I would love to see that would be awesome. But I would really like to see something else from Wakanda in one of those. That would be kind of dope. I
Yeah.
really, yeah. Oh, did you hear that? Apparently, Umbaku is going to be making a special appearance at the Avengers campus for a limited time.
The actual actor or the character is going to be there.
The character will be there, not the actor would be there. That'd be dope. But the, Umbaku will be making appearances from time to time at the Avengers campus for a little while.
Cool. Yeah, and they're doing a lot of that. I'm waiting for them to introduce the Kevin Bacon character to Avengers Campus. I mean, he's canon now in the MCU, so
So basically, just Kevin Bacon, if you need work, just call up Kevin Feige and say, "Hey, can I just make appearances at Disneyland?" I'm sure they'll pay you a good amount of money to do that.
yes. Well, and speaking of Feige, and we were just talking about Gunn. Did you hear that James Gunn is the new Kevin Feige over at DC Studios?
Ugh, ugh. They actually, he actually. Oh, I guess he's contractually done now.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah, well, good for them because all I know is that if James Gunn can help DC, do it because their stuff has been absolute garbage as of late. I mean, literally, I think
As
the
of
only
late, as of always,
yeah, I mean, if
anything that they have tried to do in the DCEU, I
it's
should say,
garbage,
because
garbage. If
obviously,
they put this
uh,
Flash out, I'm still irritated by that whole situation. Uh, it,
obviously the Christian Bale Batman trilogy that was good.
yeah,
I'll give fair credit. The Batman, it was okay. It
yeah,
wasn't amazing, but it was okay.
I enjoyed. Yeah,
Um, so it's not that everything that comes out of the DC lexicon is garbage, but everything they've tried to do around creating this universe that's trying to compete with Marvel,
you
that's
can't
all been garbage.
you can't because you started too late. And I think I don't know if we've probably discussed this multiple times. You can't do a film and throw in like 5 characters at one time and expect it to work. You gave me in Batman versus Superman, which never mind, because otherwise that's gonna just go totally sideways. But like you can't just throw a bunch of characters into a movie. Marvel took its time and built up these characters.
How'd
And
you feel about Black Adam?
I still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the post credit scene. And that was the only reason that I would see it, is to see that. And since I've seen it without the film, and I'm a rock fan, and so is James. We're
Yeah.
we're we're fans of Dwayne.
Huge.
Um, but Black Adam, is not a character I get hyped about. Um, he isn't, and so I
they've been
am.
hyping this movie for hyping Black Adam for decades.
Yeah, I think he originally signed on to play Black Adam back in like 2008 or
Yeah,
2000.
something like early 2000s, and like we kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and 20 years later we finally get the movie, and mm.
Yeah, the only thing I'm excited about Black Adam is Black Adam versus Superman, which is going to happen.
Are they
So,
wait, but I thought Black Adam was like Shazam's like nemesis.
I'm guessing you haven't heard about the post-credit scene.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, spoiler:
Yeah, go ahead, because
Henry Cavill is back,
right.
and he basically shows up as Superman because what's the woman's name that leads the Suicide Squad? Waller. She
God.
she she basically is, has a drone fly into Black Adam's lair, if you will, and tells him, "Hey, you need to stay here. You're not coming out." And he basically says, "There's no one on this planet that can stop me." And she says, "Well, I know people not of this planet." And then
Oh boy.
he destroys the drone, and then in flies Superman and kind of introduces himself.
Oh yikes. Oh, come on. Waller. Okay, don't get me wrong. What's her name? I can't remember her name right now. The woman that plays Amanda Waller.
I I don't remember her name. Doesn't matter.
I love her as an actress, but this, like, Amanda Waller should not be the glue holding this thing together.
She is not Nick Fury.
No, she's not, and she's a horrible Nick Fury at that. If she was trying to be Nick Fury, but like, she's just, she. You're not. She is not a glue character. She is. Oh, she seems to always be on the wrong side of everything. Everything blows up in her face half the time. I mean, it's whatever. Hey, anyways, I'm actually moving on. I'm having another beer right now. It's called Whoa Nelly. This is also from Wyoming, same brewing company. So yeah,
And this is an IPA as well.
no, this is a lager actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Very good, very good. So yeah, ultimately, Matt, I will watch Black Adam when it comes out on HBO Max.
yeah,
But
I was thinking about spending, but I was like, no, I'll wait.
yeah, and that's pretty much my general philosophy with all DC properties.
Yeah, like
Oh,
like I said, I saw the Batman in theaters because I was actually excited for that one. I wasn't excited for Robert Pattinson per se, because I was like, shiny vampire Batman. I don't know about that, but he was okay. The story itself was like, I was more interested to see what they did because they, like I said, I read a little bit of the synopsis and it said it was like he's only been fighting crime. He's been Batman for like 2 years, so I was like, oh, early Batman. I interested to see what they do with that. So I think they did a fairly good job. If they keep that kind of series, if they keep that Batman series going, like in the film, they gave a little bit of Joker and possibly introduced, Penguin and some other characters throughout. I'm okay with that.
yeah, we'll see. I
Yeah.
think they'll end up probably ruining it by bringing in Ben Affleck and something.
God knows they probably screw it up somehow.
Yeah,
Hopefully if James Gunn is their Kevin Feige, hopefully he'll be able to make some changes. That's a good luck to him because that's just a whole lot of work that you're gonna have to do to try and correct a ship that has been turned like at least around and in the wrong direction. So
a, a couple of times.
yeah, and so you don't actually even, and your compass is broken. So good luck.
Yeah, I want to have hope for him, but I think it's more than one man can handle at this point.
Hey,
Um,
just remember, I'm sure that if that doesn't work out, I'm sure if you call up Kevin, I'm sure he'll be like, you know what, James, I like you. We'll bring you to do something else.
we'll see. I think he probably still has a bad taste in his mouth from being fired by
Oh, I'm sure.
Disney. Um, I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon. But if he's smart, keep the door open because you never know. Uh, it's just like
Exactly.
we could someday see him Punk back in WWE. You never know.
I don't know. He's left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
True that. Well, James, some exciting stuff happened last Friday.
Uh, oh
If
yeah,
you
what is that?
Well, this little show project that we've been working on for almost a year
Hmm.
finally dropped on
Oh,
all podcasting platforms.
hey, Mark, what's the name of that? What's the name of that project?
The name of that project is on the screen right now, and you can read it and see it for yourself.
Why would you just say it?
I think our audience is intelligent, and they can see what's on the screen and
No, no,
can read it for themselves.
no, why won't you say it, Mark?
Murphy's Inc. is a news show that has been.
Whew.
I hate you.
Oh, uh,
So now that we've gotten that out of the way, hopefully, so Murphy's Inc. aired on all podcasting platforms. I can't find one that doesn't
oh,
have it.
shit. Yeah.
Um, and episode 1 dropped Friday at 8 p.m. If you haven't listened to it, you can go get it. Very proud to finally get this thing out there. Uh,
Yeah.
we have the privilege of also having the worldwide premieres on radio station KNBC 95.1 and also on knbc.org.
Yes.
um, and those are happening Sunday nights at 9 p.m. So episode 2 has already released worldwide via that broadcast, and you'll be able to listen to it on demand this Friday at 8
Yep.
p.m. at any point after that. So it's been a lot of fun to put this thing together. We've got voice talent from around the globe. We've got production staff
Worldwide.
worldwide.
Yeah.
So this has really been a fun project to kind of steer the ship on, if you will. I definitely wouldn't say I'm Kevin Feige in any regard, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. I mean, you done some work. Done some
Yes,
work, kid.
and we've got some. We can show some of the art here. So this is the art used for episode 1, and this is a
The set
representation of a
stalker.
set stalker, which I had never heard that word prior to working on this show.
Nope, me neither.
And if you don't know what a set stalker is, you should go listen to Murphy's Inc. episode 1.
Yep.
You'll get a really good understanding of what set stalkers are.
Yep. And you'll understand how to say it too, because we say it like 50 times.
Yes, indeed. Episode 1 is called "You're New Here," by the way.
Yes.
You're new here. And episode 2 is called "About This Machine."
Yeah.
So episode 2, if you've listened to 1, then you get to look forward to episode 2 this Friday at 8 p.m. It'll drop on all major podcasting platforms, pretty much all podcasting platforms. I
Yep.
will say this: it drops at 8, and the only place that you can get it right at 8 o'clock is via Podbean.
Yeah.
However, within 30-ish minutes, it's everywhere. iHeart, Amazon, everything. So
Yeah. iHeart is the one that takes the longest to get to, but yes. But overall, yeah, it's everywhere fairly shortly after. I know I was like for episode 1, I was on all of them. Like at 8 o'clock, I was like, wait, where are the episodes? Refresh. But
yes, it would be nice if it was instantaneous, especially considering I upload them. I mean, I've already uploaded episode 3; it's ready to release at
yeah.
8 p.m. next Friday.
Right.
So season 1, 6 episodes. So after this week, we'll be a third of the way through them.
A third of the way.
and we are working on season two. So
Yes.
it's quite an enjoyable project. It's definitely a labor of love. And another exciting thing that we can announce here today is that Murphy's Inc. will soon have its own webpage
Yay!
where you'll be able to find out lots of information about the show, the people working on the show, who they are, what they've done, what they're doing.
Yay!
So that'll be nice to get out there.
Yeah. Show
Let the
love to
people
the other projects and stuff they're working on. So that'd be good.
exactly. And speaking of people working on the show, I wanted to take a moment. Uh, Louis Palfrey, who is the composer for all of the music at Murphy's Inc.
From the UK.
Yes, he is from the UK. He just opened up his own website where you can listen to audio clips of different things he's worked on. And man, he is extremely talented. If you listen to, he's got, let's say, 10, 15 different things listed that you can listen to. And they are all relatively unique. So he's a very diverse artist and a pleasure to work with.
Yeah. I meant to check that out the other day when I saw you posted it. I meant to go check it out. I got tied up in other stuff, but no, it's good to see that he's getting his name out there, and so hopefully he'll get some more work. But
Yes, and I will tell you on his homepage, as a matter of fact, actually, give me just a moment, and if you could vamp, I will bring this up. I'll bring up his homepage, give him a little bit more love for a minute, just because
yeah. Hey, look. I don't know. I know that for the longest time, Louis was sending us stuff, and he was getting it back. He was getting it to us, and then we were making our comments on it, and then get it back to him. Apparently, he sent Mark a comment about a comment that I had made because I kept thinking there was accordions because there's only one instrument that I know that sounds like that, and it was an accordion. But apparently, the entire time, it wasn't an accordion. It was some string instrument that sounds like an accordion. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't even know that was even possible. But yeah, no. So it was kind of funny when Mark sent it to me. He was like, oh, I meant to send this to you the other day. But it was a comment from Louis about the accordion thing. And that was pretty funny to me. But no, Louis is a great dude. Um, he's gotten, I mean, he's gotten back to us super quick, and he's been like Mark said, he's hit stuff on the head. We give him a little bit, he gives us a mile. So
So down here, he has some rotating comments by people he's worked with. The first one: Louis is an exceptional composer. He is expedient, understanding, and adaptive. He exceeded our expectations and ahead of schedule. Mark Helton, CEO 97 to Now Productions. Oh no, why did I? Oh no, did I actually say that out loud?
yikes, we almost made it through.
Yes,
Almost made it through.
and showrunner of Murphy's Inc. So,
Yeah.
but also kind of interesting on his portfolio page. First thing listed, Murphy's Inc.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you, Louis.
And he's given us some love because it kicks straight to the Underworld teaser. It has some of the background on the show. So so
man.
he's given us some love too. So
Hey, I mean, he's done a lot of work on the show too. So
yeah, and I love the work he's done, and I look forward to season two, where we're probably going to get to see a lot more diversity, if you will, in what he gives us. I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think to round out the show, the one thing we need to talk about that we haven't really gone in depth on a lot lately, Andor.
Yo.
This what I believe now is not the series, but I believe season 1.
Yo, Andor is legitimate.
So I told you, and I will push you to go back and rewatch some of our episodes around when 1, 2, and 3 came out, and you were You were not feeling it. You were kind of poo-pooing it. And I was like, I'm telling you, this.
Yeah, no, I mean, because look. The problem is that listen, I'm glad. Like we talked about this prior. I'm really glad that they dropped episodes 1, 2, and 3 together because if they dropped those week by week, I probably would have been out. Okay, let me stop lying. I probably wouldn't have been out. I would have been. It would have been very hard for me to watch. But episodes 1, 2, and 3 actually kind of make one cohesive story. So they should have just kind of released them as like a
One long episode.
long episode. But whatever. Down the stretch of this show, that is when it became a whole nother level of show. And the last episode, oh my gosh. Like it if for some reason you don't understand how Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, any of these things work, you you watch after the credits. Even if you just fast forward through them, just you stay after the credits because you get tidbits of things that you need that will make well, it won't make your life, but it will make your day for sure. And if you've seen the final episode of Andor, I will tell you, if you haven't seen it, stay till the very end of the credits. If you have seen it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think hands down, Andor is the best Star Wars thing since Rogue One. Like, I enjoyed 7, 8, and 9. Don't get me wrong, but this is better than any of those films. Um,
Yeah.
I and it hasn't been confirmed, but it's basically all but been confirmed that there will be a season 2 of Andor.
The way it ended, there has to be. There's just
And that season 2 will lead up directly to the start of Rogue One.
that's good because like I was that's what I was expecting from this film, but obviously it didn't go there.
No, and there are, as you said, there are way too many stories that were left way open. Uh,
Super
like
open,
Cyril and what's her balls. Like, I need to know what's going to happen there.
right?
Um, the whole escape from prison with everyone. What happened with
Ex-
them?
yeah,
Like, there's
ex-
just so
except for
much.
one who's like I can't swim and but also plays another character
Uh
within
huh.
the
So,
universe.
did he
So
end up jumping, or did he stay back?
and they ended up getting him and maybe did some experiments on
Yeah, yeah, that
because
wouldn't be too.
if you think about it, that could definitely work.
Well, and I will remind you that I was the first person to give you that idea of could he be.
You were the very first person, so I will give you credit for that. But I'm just saying, like that's like when until you actually put that until you actually put that out there, I didn't even realize that A, but then B, it was just like, oh dang, yeah, they could do something to him.
Yeah, well, and I think that they almost solidified it by saying he couldn't swim and therefore he probably wasn't going to be jumping.
Yeah, but
So
you know,
I loved the finale, season finale, because
yo,
I am confident there's going to be a two. Just the funeral procession up to that,
z-
all of that, like, was just
z-
so high tension and high, like,
money,
oh
absolute money, dude. Yo, that speech that she gives, that is probably the best speech in all of Star Wars I've ever heard. I
yeah,
mean, like I and now mind you, I have seen every Star Wars film. I've seen I've seen I didn't see the special edition Star Wars film, the original trilogy in theaters, but I got them on VHS when they came out. Yes, I got them on VHS. But the that I've seen 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, or not 5, 6, 7. What am I talking about?
I've seen them all but four.
No, I'm sorry. Wow, stop, rewind. Uh,
You
7,
can
8,
just say
nine.
you've seen everything. You already said that. So
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I've seen them all, and that by far was the best speech in Star Wars. Period.
yeah, like I said, to me, this may be my favorite Star Wars property to date. Like, I love the Skywalker saga, don't get me wrong, and if not for that, this doesn't exist. But
No.
take take that concept away and just look at every property for what it is. I think this is leaps and bounds better than just about every other Star Wars property.
And don't get it and this and that's hard to do because loved we love the Mandalorian.
Hmm.
We really liked Boba Fett.
Hmm.
And I'm pumped for Ahsoka. We have liked everything. Well, okay. The what was it? The shorts that they did, the anime shorts they did.
Visions.
Yeah, Visions. That was okay. That wasn't the greatest thing. I I enjoyed. There was a number of them that I did enjoy, but for overall purposes, I like
Everything that Favreau and
was
Filoni are touching
gold,
is gold
absolute gold.
because they didn't do Visions.
Oh yeah, that was other. Like I said, that was other studios. But I'm telling you, like these shows,
Yeah,
I'm waiting for what's the new one the new one they have coming?
Acolytes.
The Acolytes, Skeleton Crew. I'm excited to see what those do because I mean that's the thing about this show too is that it wasn't there was some action in it, of course. I mean there was especially this final episode there was a lot of cuts and I mean just whoever edited that final episode that guy deserves many nods at the Emmys. Um, but uh, overall, I mean, like this series was not what I was expecting from Star Wars. No lightsabers. Oh, okay. Sorry, no actual lightsabers. But what's up, Tyrus? Tyrus is checking in with us. Um, but yeah, but like no lightsaber battles, no real space battles, no none of that stuff. But what it did was took the drama and the intrigue of what's going on behind the scenes in the building of the Rebel Alliance and made it just so enthralling that you have to watch. I mean, if you haven't watched the series because you've been waiting for it to all be done, it's done now.
Yeah,
Watch
go
it all.
binge it. Yeah,
Watch it
watch
all.
watch the whole thing in like 2-3 days because it's
Yeah.
yeah. I can't. I mean, I now that it is fully released, I will be going back and rewatching the whole thing. But part of me now wants to wait for season two and like binge watch the hell out of one and two, and then go straight into Rogue One, and then go straight into four.
And you know what? The other question they never answered, which was like just super left open at the beginning. His sister. They literally opened the door for it and then just left it alone. The rest of the
You
series.
think that was intentional, or because I mean, everything we hear is that everyone on that planet was killed.
All the adults on that planet were killed.
So you think that that was a plot, that was a seed for something later?
Absolutely. Because the only other person that we ever saw die on that planet was their leader. And so we don't actually even know what happened to those kids after the fact.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I definitely, I think season two,
There's
uh, they're gonna have to pick up the pace because for us to get from where we end season one to getting to Rogue One, uh,
there's a lot that they have to do.
Yeah, but I think they can do it.
Oh, there's no
Um,
doubt.
I just yeah,
I
I'm
think I think with what, because this was only what, 9, is it 9 episodes?
12.
12. Oh, geez, I just lost count because I was just watching them all. Oh yeah, so it's just 3 to start. Yeah, 12 episodes. I man, yeah, I don't think that should even be an issue. I think it should be no problem
And
getting.
Tyrus again needs to be fired. It was slow for me, but I plan to binge it all later. Got to know what happened between then and Rogue One. Well, you're not going to get there because that's going to be in season 2.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And Tyrus, just to give fair credit, and James, this is a little spoilery for you. I apologize, but there is a God of War reference in the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Oh, just for you, Tyrus.
Yes. Um, so,
They
you
apparently
know,
watched our show and decided to show you some love.
yeah, evidently, because they sure as hell aren't getting it from me. Um, but yes, Andor, love it. Can't wait for season 2. I know it won't be until like 2024.
Jeez.
But man,
Again,
I
because Rogue One is probably one of my favorite Star Wars movies outside of the trilogies themselves.
if you were looking at a standalone film and not including
Oh, Rogue One's
link,
above heads above everything.
yes, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Um, well, I think that's everything we had on the docket for tonight. Is there any last minute thoughts coming from you?
Nah, just enjoy what we put out over the next number of days. And happy holidays, everybody.
Indeed, indeed. Look forward to seeing us more over the next 24 nights, 8 p.m. every
Oh,
night. We'll drop a Podmas episode where we'll be talking about different topics. Like I said, I'll be talking about music and food this next week. James will be talking about some stuff,
yep.
and tomorrow will be the one that kicks it all off. So we look forward to checking in with you on the nightly, and send us your Christmas thoughts, your Christmas wishes, all of that kind of stuff, and we'll be reading those and talking about those on the final Fat and Black Connection before Christmas. So it'll be an episode
Yay!
all about you guys.
That we normally don't care about. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We really care. We do care, and we like you guys that you show up and enjoy us. So, but yeah, by all means, that show was really about you guys. So
Yeah, I love the little wink there at the end, which means I really don't care. Anyways, it's been real, and it wasn't even fun tonight. So let's just leave it at that. Thank you, Matt. We know we try, and we don't try that hard. So
yeah,
obviously,
really, no.
well, James doesn't do anything. So everything you see here is all me. So it'd be nice if you would step up your game a little bit. With that, that's my Christmas wish, James, is that you step up your game.
But you better start wishing for another. You better figure out another dream, son.
All right. Well,
Ho,
I've
ho,
still got
ho.
I've still got some soju to finish off. So
Yeah. Cheers, my friend.
L'chaim.